Good afternoon. It's Sherry Peoples again, and I'm going to be discussing the agricultural reforms from the New Deal. Paul Conkin, in A New Deal for Agriculture, wrote about some of the benefits of the Agricultural Adjustment Administration and the way that they were having farmers reduce the amount of crops that they were producing so that they would fix the problem of overproduction and thus be able to raise the prices. The Commodity Credit Corporation, who would loan money to farmers so that they could get seed to plant their new crops, even when they had not sold the previous year's crops, they would hold them in storage until the price became a livable price and then sell them. And the Soil Conservation Service, which was designed in response to the Dust Bowl. He does point out quite a bit of positivity through the food relief programs that were instituted as a way of distributing surplus food. He did note that a lot of the programs that were instituted did not help the small, poor farmers as much as they did the large farms and businesses. Now, Gilbert and Kirkendall, in Toward a New Deal Land Policy, also emphasized the idea that a lot of these programs, while helpful to bigger businesses, were not as helpful to the poor farmers. But they did promote conservation and encourage democratic local planning. They noted how the Rural Electrification Administration was a great way to bring progress to these rural communities. Um, and they were in favor of the Soil Conservation Service that had been created. Mary Summers brought an entirely different perspective when she wrote about her mother's experiences in New Deal farm programs that told how a lot of people that had received the benefits from some of these programs had to meet certain criteria. Mary Summers' writing was not very favorable to most of what was instituted with the agricultural New Deal programs. According to what she wrote, some of the programs were initially favorable to those in the poor areas, but over time, they did not reap many benefits, but the restrictions to get any help were very great. Now, Gabriel Rosenberg, once again, totally diverges and brings in a new perspective when he talks about the connection with 4 H. And he gives a bit of a narrative on Oliver Baker, who was an economist with USDA. He was the president of the American Association of Geographers, and he promoted 4 H as a body that could be used to help populate the the lands of America, that they could be used to propagate the country and create solid, healthy people to be the next generation of America. And the way that a lot of his ideas were publicized really created some negative press that had to be overcome. But ultimately, the 4-H was very instrumental in partnering um, with the USDA and the New Deal programs, and they worked side by side in the Agricultural Administration's programs, and even worked with the Tennessee Valley Association, and a lot of the young men worked with the Civilian Conservation Corps. So they did see quite a bit of success. Thank you.